Good day, we're Timo Lambo and we're going to discuss the NBCP, the Accessibility Law, and the Fire Code of the Philippines. I am Gadriel Sylvain Sulibatan. With me are Eugene Kama, Yashin Manjorza, Nathan Mati Martinez, Jardine Vilmamak, and Clint Harrison Teleron. Here are the scope of presentations.
Good day, Ms. Imadil. I am Nathan Matthew Martinez, here to discuss the National Building Code of the Philippines, which was promulgated in 1977 by our President Ferdinand Marcos, and then later took effect on April 30, 2005. Starting with the doorways, the 2-meter head height prevents head injuries, while the width of 900 to 1,200 mm allows for easy passage, including for people in wheelchairs. Next are the stairs. Max riser is 200 millimeters. Minimum tread is 250 millimeters for safe climbing. The width depends on the occupant load. If it is greater than 50, the width should be 1.10 meters. If less than or equal to 50, it's 0.90 meters. If less than 10, it can be 0.75 meters. The minimum headroom should not be less than 2 meters. The maximum vertical distance between landings should be 3.60 meters, and the handrail height is 800 to 900 millimeters above the nosing of treads to prevent falls. Next, ramps. They should have a max slope of 1:12 for wheelchair accessibility, minimum width of 1.10 meters, minimum landing length of 1.50 meters, handrail height of 800 to 900 millimeters, and additionally, a ramp with a slope exceeding 1:10 shall have handrails. Corridors. Minimum width of 1.10 meters for easy movement and easy passage.
Elevators. In location, it should have 4 elevators maximum in a single hoistway, and 1 passenger elevator for apartments and condominiums 5 stories or higher. Next is minimum room sizes. A human habitation must have a minimum area of 6 square meters and a minimum dimension of 2 meters, while kitchen should have a minimum area of 3 square meters and a minimum dimension of 1.50 meters, while toilet and bath should have a minimum area of 1.20 square meters and a minimum dimension of 0.90 meters. Next is windows. The clear opening width should have a minimum of 0.82 meters, a height of 1 meter, and the bottom of the opening must have a maximum of 0.82 meters. The required eaves must not be less than 750 millimeters from the side and rear property lines. Rooms without artificial ventilation must have windows with a fitting area of at least 10% of the floor area, but not less than 1 square meters. Lastly is footing. It should have support dwelling load, a thickness of 250 meters, and a depth of 600 millimeters below ground surface.
Good day, I am Eugene Kamay, and now let's talk about the Accessibility Code. Public Act Number 344 is an act to enhance the mobility of disabled persons by requiring certain buildings, institutions, establishments, and public utilities to install facilities and other devices. And now, let's talk about doorway, with a minimum height of 2 meters to ensure clearance for people of varying heights. Next is minimum width with 800 millimeters to allow enough space for individuals using wheelchairs or mobility aids to pass through. And maximum width with 2 meters prevents excessively wide doors that may be difficult to open, especially for persons with disabilities. And lastly, the height of doorknob, which range from 0.8 meters to 1.06 meters to ensure that door handles are within reach for both standing individuals and wheelchair users. Next, we have stairs. With a riser of 0.15 meters in maximum, limit step height to reduce strains on users, especially the elderly and those with mobility impairments. Next is sled, with 0.30 meters in minimum, ensures a stable foothold to prevent slipping or tripping. And minimum width with 1.5 meters provides ample space for safe movement, including for those using canes or guiding dogs. And then, maximum vertical distance between landings with 3 meters apart prevents excessively long stair flights, reducing physical strain. And lastly, the handrail height with 0.70 meters to 0.90 meters with 0.30 meters long extension provides necessary support for stability, and extensions assist users in transitioning between stairs and landings. And then we have ramps, with a maximum slope of 1:12 ensures that ramps are not too steep, making them accessible for wheelchair users, and minimum width with 1.2 meters allows enough space for safe wheelchair maneuvering. And minimum landing length with 1.5 meters provides a resting area and allows for direction changes. Then, distance between landings with 6 meters horizontal distance ensures that ramps are not too long without breaks, making them easier to use. And lastly, the handrail height with 700 millimeters and 900 millimeters provides grip support and appropriate levels for both standing users and wheelchair users.
Now, for corridors. It should have a minimum width of 1.20 meters. And next is the elevators. Elevators location should be not more than 30 meters from the entrance, a depth of 1.40 meters, a wide of 1.2 meters, and a clear opening of 0.9 meters. Next is the parking. The parking space should have a width of 3.70 meters, a length of 5 meters. And for the parking slots, 1 to 25 parking slots should have a dedicated 1 accessible parking, 25 to 50 should have 2 accessible parking slots, 51 to 75 should have 3 accessible parking slots, and so on. And now for toilet and bath. Toilet and bath should be a 1.7 by 1.8 meters minimum dimension, and it should have a grab bar for public use in order for people who have unstable or stability issue, and minimum of 1 accessible water closet on each floor level. Max height of water closet should be 450 millimeters. Maximum height of lavatory should be 800 millimeters with a knee recess of 600 to 700 millimeters. And workstation access aisle should be 0.92 meters minimum wide. That's all.
So now let's move on for the last code law, which is the fire code. This will be discussed by me, Jordan Baumamak, and Gadriel Selvin Libatan. Begun and held in Metro Manila on Monday, the 20th day of July 2008. The revised Fire Code of the Philippines Republic Act 9514 enacted, repeals Presidential Decree 1185. This policy ensures public safety and promotes economic development by preventing and suppressing destructive fires.
Hello, I'm Gadriel Selvin Button, and for this slide, I'll be explaining fire exits. There shall be at least 2 exits available from auxiliary spaces. One should be available within a 23-meter distance, and the travel distance for exits shall not exceed 46 meters in any spaces. The main exit shall have enough width to sustain at least half the occupant load, and the other exits have 2/3 of the occupant load served by that level.
Next is the headrooms or means of egress. Headroom is the amount of space below a roof, ceiling, or bridge or below the top of something. We have here the minimum height of 2 meters, minimum width of 900 millimeters, and maximum width of 1.12 meters.
Now moving on to the fire escape stairs. The width should be 0.60 meters minimum. The horizontal dimension of any landing of platform should be 0.60 meters minimum. And the rise and run are 0 to 0.23 meters maximum. And the height between landing is 3.66 meters maximum. The headroom is a minimum of 2.0 meters. And the handrail are 0.76 meters minimum and 1.07 meters maximum.
Let's proceed with guard and handrails. Handrails help prevent falls on stairs or ramps, while guards prevent falls over open sides of walking surfaces. The handrail details minimum height of 76 centimeters, maximum height of 86.5 centimeters, hand clearance minimum of 38 centimeters, and load resistance at least 91 kilogram. Next is guard details. Minimum height of 106 centimeters, minimum height for interior balconies mezzanines 91 centimeters, intermediate rails less than or equal 25.5 centimeters, vertical balusters less than or equal 15.25 centimeters apart, lower part on stairs more than or equal 76 millimeters, and on level areas more than or equal 15.25 centimeters.
Moving on to ramp, the max slope should be in 1 in 12, the minimum width should be in 1.12 meters, the max cross slope should be in 1.48. And for the different classes, Class A should have a minimum width or a maximum width of 112 centimeters, maximum height between landings has no limits, while Class B should have a maximum width of 76 centimeters and a maximum height between landings of 3.66 meter ton second.
Next with ramps is corridors. We have here a minimum width of 1,500 to 1,800 millimeters, clearance of 900 millimeters minimum, turnabout spaces 1,800 by 1,800 millimeters, maximum of 12,000 millimeters, every dead-end corridor. Provide within 3,500 millimeters.
Now moving on to the last part of our discussion, which is the elevators. According to section 10.2.75, elevator installation shall be in accordance with the latest edition of PMAC, and all new elevators shall conform to the Firefighters Emergency Operation Requirements for ASME A17.1. Elevator shall be subjected to periodic inspections and tests by building management, and its location shall not be more than 30 meters from the entrance. Its depth should have a minimum of 1,400 millimeters, the wide should have 1,500 millimeters, and the clear opening should have 900 millimeters. And that is all. Thank you.